So welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're locked on to the Street 909 FM. This is your Titans of Democracy with Mr. Dominic Romaine and Bruce Wayne. Yes.
Yes, sir. Right. So the former Commissioner of Police, Gary Griffith, who seems to still be tooting.
Seems you say, though.
Yeah. It's in the man's nature, is, that you just can't, you can't appease that ego. So he says the reason why the Prime Minister interfered, quote unquote, with the process is because the Prime Minister was jealous of his popularity. To what does he owe that popularity? Well, supposedly he was doing a stellar job as Commissioner of Police. He had crime under control, yada, yada, yada. Now, I'm trying to follow Mr. Griffith's logic, right? Now, you are saying the Prime Minister was jealous of your popularity, felt that, Gary Griffith would to get into politics and so on, or get back into politics and to damage the PNM. But the reason why the government put you as Commissioner of Police, which it didn't have to, because you were not the first, the second, or the third person on the list from which your name was pulled, was because they felt they had confidence in you at that time, based on the fact that you could talk a good talk, right? That you could have done the job that was required, which was to bring crime under control, because, every time there was an upsurge in crime prior to his assuming office, for some reason the media felt they need to approach him for a comment, and he used to talk about the broken windows theory and all the things that when he brought Bill Bratton here and Rudy Giuliani and all the things Rudy Giuliani did to suppress crime in New York when he was mayor and all of that. So I say he talk a good talk. He fooled plenty of people. Now, if you succeeded as Commissioner of Police in bringing crime under control, the government looks good, which is why they chose you. They wanted somebody who could do the work so that the government could look good. So that's one less issue the government has to deal with, right? All of the things that would have led. So and he made the point that all the government had to do, really, was to wait a couple months till the merit list came to the parliament and choose somebody else. So this implication that they wanted to destroy him, hence the reason why really, the decision by the PCA to launch an investigation into the issuance of firearm users license, that had nothing to do with the government. It was the Police Service Commission that took the decision to retain the services of former Justice Stanley John to investigate that matter, right? Prime Minister indicated why he lost confidence in you as Commissioner of Police. And it wasn't until you made the issue a spectacle that the Prime Minister felt the need to speak on that matter. But it wasn't like the Prime Minister went and tell everybody, hey, I sent a letter to the Police Service Commission expressing my disappointment in Gary Griffith and my loss of confidence. People didn't, for more than a year, people didn't even know that happened. Now he say, the Prime Minister wanted to interfere and wanted to tell him how to do things, and the Prime Minister, that the government pumped 35 million into the police service and wanted him to bring in foreign investigators for the DSS matter, and the Prime Minister can't tell the police what to do and whatnot. Yeah, but Gary, you seem to forget the reason why the Prime Minister felt compelled to do that was because you, as the Commissioner, couldn't explain how $22 million was seized and returned to the owner the same night. Gary, when the Prime Minister asked, well, how that happened, who was in charge of this thing? You can't answer. And you are the Commissioner. Basic information. Well, I don't know who do it. I don't know who was in charge. I have to find out. Let me check here and call you back now. Meanwhile, back at the farm, back at the ranch, as they say, they had all this noise in the public domain. And this was an embarrassment and a stain because this issue was reported regionally. That the police, then you see the video with the soldier or the member of SWAT whoever shoving the money down in the pants, taking back what it says, going away. Yeah, the mark boss, let me give back my kakada. Well, I feel I can't afford that. I had his money there, And you could offer no explanation for any of these things. And it was because of that the Prime Minister lost confidence in the capacity or the ability of the police service to conduct a proper investigation into it, because it was poorly handled from the outset. And the fact that the leadership of the police service couldn't give account. And at that point, we already have a situation where the general public lacks confidence in the police service. Yep. There is a view that there is significant corruption in the police service. Again, that has been borne out by this report by Stanley John, which shows that there was a whole criminal and syndicate taking place with respect to the issuance of firearms, users license. So you can't come on the one hand and say that Prime Minister want to tell the police how to do their work. Well, in certain things, you all weren't doing your job, and you fell down on the job with respect to that matter, right? And up to now, you still can't give an account of what transpired there. Was any senior officer who gave instructions to give back the money, was he disciplined? Was he sent on leave? Never. I mean, but he did hint at a second try at a political party, because he wants to capitalize on whatever political currency he has left. Before they steal his thunder and the remnants of his popularity fade. He wants to capitalize on that. But again, his mouth has cost him a lot of that perceived popularity. Every time Gary opens his mouth, he annoys somebody else. And there were persons from across the political spectrum who had confidence in him, PNM people, UNC people, whoever else people, felt that he was doing a good job. Whether or not that was as a result of his leadership or just perhaps because, what was happening at the time, that he would have enjoyed the benefits of the lockdown from COVID and so on. So the criminals weren't really on the prowl as much. And what part or what role that would have played in the success of the efforts of the police service in treating with crime, we don't know. But we know that he is one to take credit for that and would never say, COVID had a part to play. No, it had nothing to do with COVID. It was only because of my astute leadership that crime was down and so on. And then you demit office, and now you're attacking some of the very people who were seniors or who are seniors in the police service, who are working closely under you, with whom you would have had a good working relationship. But now you have some of the worst things to say about them. You're attacking everybody left, right, and center, just like your former political leader. And certainly, if this is the level of arrogance that we can expect, or that we saw from you as Commissioner of Police, what are we to expect if you were to become Prime Minister? Because a man criticized or made some comments with respect to the police handling of the arrest of the men who are accused or who are alleged to have committed the murder of Andrea Barrett. And you send CID to the man's house and detain him for close to 4 hours to ask him foolish questions simply because you didn't like comments that he made on Facebook. And you would take to Facebook to attack people and so on. What can we expect if you are the Prime Minister, Mr. Griffin? So if somebody were to criticize your government, what's going to happen? You send the police again to the house to arrest them? So these are the things that people look at. Your mouth, the very thing that got you the job, is the very thing that cost you the job. And your mouth is your worst enemy, my friend. Yeah, I can't say you continue to shoot yourself in the feet, because I think you've already shut out both your feet, Eric. Right now you're up to your thighs, and you continue to do that. So I don't know, Bruce, man. Seriously, that's only no time with you. No time with you. I see also they take an issue with this girl, Marsha Walker, and apparently there was some UNC women who were protesting, so apparently it's not only Rowley must go, there are some UNC women who feel Kamala must go too. And these are the wives of former Caroni workers, some of whom have died. The wives are saying, look how long we waited for the Caroni land. And Kamala was Prime Minister for 5 years, 3 months and 14 days, and we never got the land. Right? And what is she doing now to pursue that cause, for us to get the land that was promised to our husbands who are long dead, and we want the land now, right? And Marsha Walker apparently took issue with that. Yeah? So she went on her Facebook page to attack these women, saying, Kamala not in power, so whatever Kamala to do, whatever, and protest outside Kamala House, and wherever it is, yeah.
That's the excuse.
That's the excuse. Yeah. So when she was in power, what did she do?
Well, I'm not going to say that.
Yeah, and that was one of the issues. That was one of the issues that would have propelled them into office. The promise that they would deal with this Caroni lands issue upon assumption of it, and they didn't. They promised the people who would get them money. That was the grant that they got from the EU, that they would get this money, despite the fact that the previous administration to them were telling the people, no, the terms and warranties of this grant is not for us to put the money in your hand, but it's just for us to invest in programs and invest in different strategies in order to help you all to transition from the land from your previous occupation to doing something else, right? And the US will tell them, no, they lie. That is money for you to get in hand and check to buy stove and fridge and whatnot. And they come in office and they tell, well, no, the PNM was really telling the truth. After the fact, when they don't get the people vote, right? That's what lied your way, as Rafiq Shah said. That's what they're doing. Is the lies that we can't take, right? That's what they do. So now it apparently helps some people in the UNC who decide they no longer want to be a part of the barrel of deplorables. They fed up inside the barrel because they realized it's just getting worse. They went from a basket to a barrel, and it's usually the barrel overflowing. So they're looking to buy a 1,000-gallon tank, right? So it's the tank of deplorables. And then who knows what could happen after that? The only place they go after that is one of them sewage truck to take them down to the labas. And there are plenty of room there, right? But so some of them decide, now, we realize we headed to the labas. We had enough of this. Call them out on their foolishness, right? So talk about that now, UNC. But I mean, come now, man, Gary. Really? But he hinted at forming a political party, Bruce, so we will see how that goes. And as I said before, they're setting the stage for a repeat of 2010. So all these parties now are starting to... So he said in the next few weeks he'll make an announcement with respect to that, right? So we already have the PEP, the PDP. Herbert Volney announced that he has formed his party, the Justice and something party or something. So which is supposed to be launched next month. I think it's the 8th of next month or something like that. So that's 4 parties we have so far, whoever Gary party is and whoever else. So they're setting the stage for another people's partnership. Okay, so let's see. We realize that individually, they don't have the currency, they don't have the popularity to win on their own. But if you take, whatever the half ounce of support that Philip Alexander has, plus the 3/4 ounce support that Watson Duke has, but we know that that's starting to wane because people in Tobago, in just 3 months, Bruce, they're starting to see that what we were saying, that it wasn't propaganda. But anyway, you have burn to learn sometime, eh? All right, we tell all you. But all you say we on Bacchanal and Kuchu. Well, all right, I'll take what I get to know.
Excuse me a minute.
Yeah. While Fali enjoying the spoils of being Chief Secretary, yeah. As I said, it has been reported, it is alleged that he is putting in a jacuzzi at the official residence for the Chief Secretary because whatever is there now, I think there's a swimming pool. I recall seeing a swimming pool when the renovations were done last time when they were showing it. But I guess we need a jacuzzi, for a little more intimacy. Yeah, so how much that jacuzzi going to cost? Again, I don't know. I saw it reported on, someone posted it on Facebook. So, meanwhile, his deputy is enjoying himself traveling the world. his deputy is enjoying himself, yes. He was part of the contingency that went to Dubai. I don't know if Bruce Sunday would have played that speech for you all yesterday. But, it was a whole set of nothing. You see, that's what happens when that is what happens when you are not a great orator, okay? But you're jealous, Dr. Rowley, and you figure, yes, well, hey, if Rowley could go on a platform and talk without a prepared speech, and he does it so well, who am I? I'm the great Watson Duke, the self-proclaimed GOAT, greatest of all times when it comes to trade unionists. So I could do it too. So you go to the People Forum with one page in your hand, where you probably make some notes the night before when you were eating your chicken pizza. Yes, your midnight chicken pizza at the expense of taxpayers. So you've scribbled some notes and they say, well, all right, let me just make this point and I'll expound on it. And then you flop. We were all dumber for having listened to that contribution. We award you no points. You didn't need to, how much it cost taxpayers, how much thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars for this man to go all the way to Dubai to talk that nonsense? How about 9 or 10 minutes of trash? Pull up a $100 bill to tell the people in Dubai that the currency in Trinidad and Tobago comes in different colors, as if that is something unique to Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Duke. Really, Tobago? You all proud of that? You all proud of wee boy? Or as the professor from New Jersey says, the transformational leader. That was transformational leadership. That speech was transformational. Yeah, it was really transformational. I want to see what it transformed, but all you big and all you have sense, right? So, I had a rule this morning. Yes, transformational leadership. I'd love to hear, let me not, right, I'd love to hear when the professor from New Jersey calls into Aisha's program, to hear him tell us how that speech was transformational and how Trinidad and Tobago would have benefited from that. Perhaps Mr. Duke might have been able to secure sponsorship from some of the persons who were in the room to paint the 3 buildings in Trumakak with that speech, that $100 bill that he pulled out. Anyway, yeah. When Bruce come back, well, if they didn't play it, maybe we might just play a little snippet of it. So for those of us who didn't hear it, yeah, to see what your taxpayers' dollars paid for Mr. Duke to go and live it up in a room in Dubai for 1,000 plus TT a night, to be able to order chicken pizza at 12:30 in the morning, just to prove a point that customer service in Tobago is lacking, and you need to do it like they do it in Dubai. Where is he going to go next? So we know he started off in Florida. For whatever reason, he couldn't fly from Florida to Dubai, where it was cheaper. He decided to go to London and fly to Dubai from London. Well, I don't know who made those arrangements, as the case may be, but, the man is a jet setter. And so now we know the real reason why he got vaccinated. But we leave that there. There was just something that I wanted to, an appeal I wanted to make on a personal level here before we open the lines. We've often heard about the challenges facing the health sector in Trinidad and Tobago. My friend from St. James, who calls in, I know on Sunday morning, he would have called in to express his consternation with respect to, I think, the shortage of CDAP drugs in some pharmacy, as the case may be. I don't know what the situation is with that. Perhaps, I know we did hear recently, a few weeks ago, there's an issue with respect to shortages of drugs coming into the country because of global supply issues and so on. I don't know if that has contributed to the situation. It's not the first time I've heard the caller from St. James make mention of that issue. So, well, maybe Sharon could talk to Mr. Dalsing and he could give a comment on that. But the health sector, the public health sector in Trinidad and Tobago, has often been maligned, to some extent for poor service, to some extent the quality of care that people receive. We hear these complaints all the time, right? And I just want to say that if it is one of the main attributes that you need to have if you want to go into nursing is compassion, empathy, all right? because this is a job where you're going to be seeing people in pain, people who are hurting, and it's not just interaction with patients, you're interacting with families as well. And if these people are already going through an ordeal with respect to their health circumstance, the last thing they need is for nurses and doctors to compound the situation by treating them in a less than humane manner. All right? So I just want to throw this out there, that based on my own personal experience. Now, I know there's been an issue with respect to the Port of Spain General Hospital, which is currently, the central block is currently under decanting. So I would have passed there recently, and I saw, well, they're in the process of demolishing what was central block. Of course, we know what the situation was with respect to the contractor, so I don't know if work is ongoing, but I did see equipment on site and so on. So the accommodations now for patients is a little less than, it's not as expansive as what we've grown accustomed to. But I've made the point before that my sister is currently in the hospital, and she's been there for a bit, and she's expected to be there for a while longer because of her health situation. And I had occasion to visit her, and I mean, so many things that she told me that she has the experience, right? That a simple thing as, because in her state she's very weak, and that she would have asked one of the nurses recently just to help her to sit up so that she could use the commode, and they had an issue with that, telling her about buffing her and telling her if she could sit up, whatever it is, and insisting that she use a bedpan. And I mean, further to that, I know that each of these stores usually has these curtains that you could pull for your privacy. She has none, and she's the only one who doesn't have the curtain. And I said, what really going on here? I mean, so there's no level of privacy there. So if it is that it's visitation and she needs to use facilities at that point in time, what is she supposed to do, right? And then across from her, there's this old lady. The woman looks almost emaciated. I don't know what her condition is, but she's there and she's crying, "I thirsty, you some water, please, water, please." And I'm looking at the nurses passing up and down, and the woman all she's asking for is water, right? And that's your job. That's your job. And my sister's telling me, how long this lady asking for water. So I saw she had the table next to her. She had 2 cups with water in it and a straw. So I just went over to her, and I took the cup, I put the straw in her mouth, and she had some water. So and then and she was so grateful for that, Bruce. Like, oh God, how long I'm begging them for some water right there. And then she tell him, she's like, oh gosh, tell them call the nurse now, because how long. She said to two myself, I tell them not so long. It's hours now, I telling them not. And the lady had to stay there now. Really? My sister told me it's only when they're making the pampers wrongs that they're gonna. But the woman is Bruce, and I got so upset because of that. And the woman was so grateful when I gave her the water. She asked me if I'm a doctor. I said no, I'm not. But I realized that you're because the woman looked parched, right? The AC cold. Thank goodness where they are now. They have AC. So she asked me if I could just pull the blanket over her feet because she cold. And I mean, then you come in and let's talk about professionalism, right? It's visiting hours. First of all, you only have 15 minutes. They give you 15 minutes for visitation and an extra 5. Yeah. And where my sister is. But where you have to pass through, there's the nurses' station, and you pass through, and then you go into the room where they have the beds. And you walk in there at visitation, and you have a nurse, well, wherever it is she is. She sit down in her chair, she cover up, and she rock back so, and you sleeping. Right? It's visitation. Really? You can't stay up for 20 minutes? That looks so unprofessional. Meanwhile, you have patients there who are struggling, who need help, who need the assistance of the nurses. I'm not saying that all of the nurses there aren't doing their jobs. But for the short time that I was there, the 20 minutes that I was there and what I saw, it's very upsetting. Seriously. And then we have the complaints about thing and the nurses this and the nurses that and whatnot and stuff. And people empathize with you all, with your situation. Those of you who want tenure, who've been there for a while and you're on contract or whatever, and you're looking for permanency, and we empathize with you for that, and we support you for all of these calls and so on. But when it is that the head of the Nurses Association, or whoever, the TTR and whoever, Mr. Edie, come and talk about this thing about the nurses, the conditions that the nurses working under and whatnot and stuff. Yeah, well, who's speaking on behalf of the patients? When the doctor's not there, when the doctors just come in the morning and they do their rounds or whatever, for the rest of the day, these patients are in the responsibility of the nurses. And as I said before, the people, they're already dealing with whatever their health issue is, which is a struggle and a challenge for them. You don't need to compound it. And this is what, because the level of care that you give can make the difference between these people making it out of their life.
That's right.
Living in a wheelchair as opposed to in a body bag. But you decided you wanted to do that job. Okay? So and I've seen it sometimes, the kind of way that these nurses talk to the patients and stuff as if, and roughing up people. Seriously, do better than that now, man. Really. Some of these people don't really have the choice to be there. No. It is what it is, right? And it's only because my sister's situation is serious, and she does dialysis there and what kind of stuff that that she has to be there. But she has the option to be private as well. But of course, because her situation is so dire, that is the preferred option. But oh gosh, man, have a heart now. Have a heart for these people. Just I tell you, I get so upset when that lady begging for water and I stand there like, what to do? Because I there for just a few minutes. And how long she called up and the nurse station was right there, so I'm sure they were hearing her. You're passing up and down, you can't get the woman some water. So it's not her fault because nobody came to visit her, right? So it can't be that they're saying, well, when the family come and visit, they'll give her water. You see, nobody came to visit the lady, it was 20 minutes, right? Well, she lady begged him, she's like, don't forget me, when you're going out telling them I need to change my pamper. Telling them that was a waste of time because whenever they're making their rounds and they had to do whatever it is they had to do, yeah. But sometimes that could change when shift change, not me. I ain't going to do that. I had to travel. So I don't go and take on no dirty pampers, no whatever it is, and next thing myself. When the shift change, let the next set of nurses do that. Bruce, did you all play anything yesterday from Mr. Duke's speech?
Yes. We played where Tobago is 300 square miles.
Clearly, Mr. Duke didn't study geography.
No, but what I'm saying is, Dominic, what I'm saying is, right? And he had members of his delegation there as well?
I believe so.
So nobody could have whispered square kilometers?
Well,
nobody could have whispered that?
They didn't want to embarrass him.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, but Bruce, the fact that the man said 300, right, is indicative that he would have done some level of research before he went. Now, as Deputy Chief Secretary without portfolio, he doesn't have a division that he runs. So I continue to ask the question, what does Mr. Duke do all day? What contribution does he make to the THA other than attend executive council meetings, right? He doesn't have a division under him. But I imagine that he has a staff wherever his office is in Tobago. So your staff really don't have much work to do. So it shouldn't have been difficult for them to be able to prepare a speech for you because this is something that is part of their remit. But you so want to play time too. I could talk freestyle like Rowley and Manning, because it's me, it's a great Watson. You know what I was missing? He might have done a better job if they had given him a balloon. The man, yeah, that microphone thing, that podium thing, that car would fit me. If that gave him a balloon, yeah, man. But I jump out, he said, boy, if it had a desk for him to jump up on, yeah, he might do better. That is what he accustomed to. You see, all restrict my to stand up in front of this podium here to the point where I need to walk away from the microphone to go and point something on the projector. Yeah, right.
You have a presentation to do. You reach half an hour late. And on top of reaching half an hour late, you want the people and them to escort you inside. Who the hell is you, boy?
Man, that's the kind of entrance.
When the people and them sit there and doing that, you most highly annoyed.
Serious?
We played, I think it's 2 voice notes yesterday from a lady that was basically reporting from, let me see if I could find it, reporting from there. And, boy, I don't know now.
I missed that.
I don't know. Just now, let me see. Good, this wasn't open. All right, I'm gonna get it and let's see if I could find.
Yeah, well, I woke up late yesterday, so I missed that. So that's what we paid. That's what taxpayers pay all our money for.
Boy, it's right. So this is the first one here.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just stopping by to report from Dubai. Yesterday, the 11th, was Trinidad and Tobago Day, and we had a wonderful program planned and executed by the team. However, one Watson Duke showed up half an hour late for his own program, his own country program, and asked the officials to escort him in. And they refused. And he got angry. And he stormed out with a huff and a puff. You all need to get psychiatric help for that man. I'm very serious. Though he was there, has been there for a short time on this occasion, he must have realized that these people are serious people. They have order. This is not a PSA meeting or a PDP meeting or, any of his usual, whatever he does. These people operate with time and with order. And you can't show up half an hour late and expect to get some kind of special treatment. I think that's an embarrassment.
Oh boy. And then to as they say, put the icing on the cake. 300 square miles.
Yeah. I said the man didn't do geography. He don't know the difference between square kilometers and square miles. Right? That is that's the Tobago's golden eye as a blue eye boy. Yeah. It's the great Watson. Okay. Right. Imagine if this man was Prime Minister, Bruce. You are just Deputy Chief Secretary and you want to escort and this and that and so on. Probably wanted the presidential fanfare too. Yeah. Announce that the great Watson is here. Psych up the people and then you deliver nothing of substance. Well, okay. All right. Well, I vote for that. So you can open the lines. There's already 7:41.
So guys, you can call us at 342-0081 and 466-5391. Caller, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Morning, Big Bruce, brother.
Morning.
Morning, brother. Dominic, morning.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, man, morning, brother. Dominic.
Yes, sir.
Every day, you or a relative go and make sure and see what is going on with your sister. My mom's was in there last year because anytime they see that you're not coming on a regular basis, the treatment is done substandard and it's going to get worse. And when they see you coming, Brucey, when my sister was taking care of my mother when she was bedridden there before she went to meet the Lord, when they see you break the door on the bus coming, they sit down there twiddling their thumbs. And as they see you coming, they feel they're getting up to go to health classes. The old lady woman begging to be cleaned and tidy and hours, and they sit down right there twiddling their thumbs. So anytime they see that you're not paying interest in your sister there, Dominic, she could be to the mercy. That thing will go on and tell me what the old lady there. That is normal. I lie down in there. It's not the matter of picking on no nurses. It's the matter of the reality. My good friend and my brother, Rowley Jr., I hear you speak for your relatives. We're not talking about punctuality. We're talking about treatment. When I was lying down there, a senior government minister came to me. And you know what he asked me, Bruce and Dominic? how the nurses treated you. When you want me to tell them, Bruce, and I had the mercy of the God. I said they treated me wonderful. But I just wanted to get out of there. Want to be only a nurse was the diamond in the rough. Right? So Dominic, that's my advice to your brother. Every day, make sure and make all the sacrifice some relative or you to go and see about all your sister, brother. I know I'm telling you. Well, I hasn't called the phone up from my pharmacist. Brethren, I give them a little chance to find out if they get a tranche of the CDAP drug that is missing. That I haven't gotten for this month yet. And I must say congratulations and thanks to Minister Donna Cox, a senior, I was trying to help out a friend, a senior person for the Ministry of Social Development called me and told me that the money that they're trying to get through Bruce to the accounts has take 5 and 6 and 8 months. It was sent to the bank account in 2 weeks. Because I hear Minister Donna Cox was very upset with that. How it could be taking 5 and 6 and 8 months for somebody account money to go into their account to get rid of the paper base. So I'm open. So I'm going to say thanks to Minister Donna Cox for sorting out that problem. I hope other people's problems are sorted out as well. And I'm going to first finish and say, Bruce and Dominic, that's what Tobago wanted. Let the man have a fiesta. Dominic,
yes,
which man Harold is why not in London? So why
yes,
want to fly from the States to Dubai when I could go London and visit Harold's? I still popping tags, you know. And then I'm going on my fiesta in Dubai. So that's what I wanted. So leave that fellas out, call back in. Enjoy the program. Bruce and Dominic, morning again.
Yeah, man. Bless.
Yeah, man.
Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce and Dominic.
Morning.
Hi, Jama.
I telling you, I was in Montauk Hospital twice last year. And it has some of the nurses and them were very nice. And that come, my God, it was real terrible. I fell down in the hospital and busted the back of my head. I got 16 stitches in my head. And it take me, I spent 3 weeks there and then never changed that plaster on my head. You understand? Up to now, when they said that they was going to do some check-in ready, I was concerned. Well, in April next month. So that is the next whole year, you could say. And up to now, nothing has been done with my head. You hear? Up to now, in night when I sleep in, up to now, my head is lancing me. All over the night, I had to get up and sit down on my bed. The treatment in the hospital, in Montauk Hospital, I'm not saying not all the nurses, because some of the nurses are very nice, but some again, my God, very terrible. And I just want to say something else. I want to tell Miss Bonewater, just give me a chance, please. Every day coming on with and say, I'm going to learn to make bake. But I want to teach you how to make bread, bake, cake, pepper sauce, barbecue sauce, chow and all these things. You understand? Because she better learn to go and make something. Okay.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Paul Spain.
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Dominic.
Morning, sir.
Well, gentlemen, I am so happy to get in this morning in this program where I'm hearing a lot of facts coming out. But I have a little problem, Dominic. I am wondering whether or not we have reached the stage now where people who has baggage, more baggage than Caribbean Airlines, could come and decide to send letters to the DPP to investigate a sitting Prime Minister. As far as I know, if the police has to send their investigation report to the DPP to know whether or not someone could be charged for any break of the law. Am I correct, Dominic?
Mm-hmm.
Dominic?
Yes, sir.
Am I correct?
Yes, you're correct.
Like a lost soul. Hello?
Yeah, we hear you, Paul Spain.
You know, yeah, Mr. Paul Spain?
I said, it is amazing to see that someone who has baggage, more baggage than Caribbean Airlines, could be writing letters to the DPP to charge a sitting Prime Minister for what he terms as breaking the law according to the Constitution in Trinidad and Tobago. As far as I know, it's the police that to investigate and send whatever evidence they have to the DPP to know whether or not to charge someone. Am I correct?
Correct.
Yes, yes.
Well, in this country, it seems as though anyone, including those who appear in video, couldn't be recognized by a former Prime Minister, could decide what should happen in Trinidad and Tobago. Now again, that Gary Griffith says that the Prime Minister jealous him. That is why he lost confidence in it. You know, and not one question has been asked to Gary Griffith. Gary Griffith, how come you're not answering the question that Wade Hayes, Watchman, put to you? Dominic, you are here? I want to make sure because I hear a response.
Yeah.
But could it be Gary Griffith taking in front before in front take to cover?
Hmm.
An example, Aisha had a program and she didn't agree with Gary Griffith. Next morning he was on attacking her. Anybody says anything about Gary Griffith, he runs and I want them to hear me now. How come you're not answering Wade who made examples of people falling off a chair while they're in custody under your tenure as Commissioner of Police?
Loud and clear.
Yes.
3 men were shot. One was said to be a gentleman whose birthday was asked for a job in a car. The police intercepted, hands up, and they were all shot dead under the Commissioner of Police. I want him to hear me too, because the other way he does attack. I want him to say no, that he didn't go and tell people that you could call Gary because the police and them like plenty overtime, and when you apply for a bar license or some license where the police involved, they that overcharge you the amount of police officers, constables, sergeants, and inspectors. I want him to tell me that this is a lie. When called upon Gary Griffith, he insulted the people, tell them all kind of different names. I want him to challenge because he's saying he want the Prime Minister to challenge the way he's saying, Gary Griffith, challenge me now. I know they like to jump on radio. You call Google a PNM this and a PNM that. You know always PNM. But your ingratitude is so unfortunate. You very said people who you're looking to just paint in a nice way. You never tell us that you, Gary Griffith, was always in collude with them. Okay? I want you to challenge that too. How come Mary McDonald was arrested, charged, but you have Arlen Roberts, who you had a problem with when you was Minister of National Security, $400 and something million life short scandal where a public servant that is outside cannot be charged up to now. Could you answer that? Well, we're here. Willing for you to answer him, you know. You find him out. He has facts and you what? Gary? Gentlemen, I have much more to say, but this is just a small example of the wicked, ungrateful Gary Griffith, who the PNM government get cost. You remember that, Tommy? They call him all kind of things. They call Rowley for appointing him. And I want to tell all you, he wasn't number one. It was a fellow by the name of Biol Chan. They used to call him the Rotary Man. Was the choice of the UNC. Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much for allowing me this. I want Gary Griffith now to go on a program and criticize me as he did with Aisha and anybody, because I know we deemed as nobody to Gary Griffith. But if he believes that he will get away with ingratitude, I would make sure that every day I point out something about Gary Griffith. I want to me. Now I ain't putting no station. I'm telling you, Gary Griffith cannot reply to this what I said here concerning the police and the overtime. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, guys, at this time, we have to go to the break, and we will be right back. So keep it locked to the Street 919 FM. This is your Titans of Democracy with Dominic Romaine and Bruce Wayne, and we'll be right back. Keep it locked.
Anybody have a good time? Welcome on stage, my sexy diva. That's our prophet. Come here with your blaster. You know what you want to do. Start to work.
There we go. Splash. What? Body wet home. Wet girl with the man there before. Chip chop on a wine and bubble. Body wet like the fire, baby. Body wet home. Wet girl with the man there before. Chip chop on a wine and bubble. Hey, hey. I wanna call that sauce. Like now I got my body's sauce. And somebody single. The man wants to make the girl. What you want? You said, want to say, don't speak to you said. Hey, I will give you sense. I'm too up for the splash. That's the way no splash. What? Body wet home. Wet girl, what you man there before? Chip chop and a ride and go. Body wet like the fire, baby. Hey, body wet home. Wet girl, what you man there before? You see me? Yeah. Ride and bubble. Body wet like the fire, baby.
Everywhere you see me, yeah. I've got something looking dreamy.
Hey, you see me, see me. But you said, get up. What you want? Who's this? What's the time to use it?
I'm gonna give you ladies to the foot.
Start to wine, no splash. Body wet home. Wet girl with the man there before.
Chip chop on a wine and bubble.
Body wet like river, baby splash. Body wet home.
Wet man with the wine and bubble.
Chip chop on a wine and go.
You always have to stand next to a queen and put that crown on the queen head, right? And that's why you are queen.
KFC. Shh. We told people to share their best secrets and we would share ours. Listen, I hate surprises, so my first dates are always on the beach.
Some secrets are too good to keep. Like the secret recipe box with 2 pieces of chicken and 1 regular fries for $30. Get yours now only at KFC.
Join the winning team with Pastor Alkaline John every Monday from 10:05 a.m. to 11 a.m. and every Wednesday evening from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. live on the Street 919 FM as he talks about Lviv, the power of 5 fruits, one of the most powerful antioxidant supplements on the market today. The 5 superfruits in Lviv are mangosteen, acai, pomegranate, goji, and nuni. These fruits have a positive and profound impact on human health, performance, and disease. Listen to Pastor Alkaline John every Tuesday at 9:05 a.m. and Wednesday at 7 p.m. on the Street 919 FM as he gives live testimonials of the Lviv healing powers. To get more information, you can contact Pastor Alkaline John at 516-286-7079, 516-286-7079, or you can visit his webpage at www.alkalinejohn.com.
Paying for too many entertainment subscriptions? Well, don't! A Digicel 30-day Prime $199 bundle is your one stop for premium entertainment. Save big with more gigs for the best premium content on the go. Watch more more flicks and binge shows in Playgo with 1 month's free HBO 4-pack. Stream unlimited songs and playlists in D-Music and listen to your favorite podcasts on Go Loud. All your movies, music, sports, and more wherever you go. Just $199 for a 30-day Prime bundle. Upgrade today in my Digicel app or dial *323 $. Digicel, better together.
This is real comedy.
Dan, I want to know what I really doing here. What is I doing here? I'm not Shimano.
Major Issues, the tour.
With the Caribbean King of Comedy,
Major Hype.
Do you, Miss Mitzi Renita Brown, take? Yes, me take him. Me take him a long time.
On Saturday, March 26th.
Showtime, 8 p.m. sharp.
At Napa, Port of Spain. Tickets are $350 for a limited time only.
Get yours now at all Cache outlets.
Anton's Gold Rush, Castro's in Arima,
Larry's, Francis Plaza, Chaguanas.
or online at islandytickets.com. Major Hype is on his way to Trinidad.
Well, I just found out and give a little one check.
For a comedy show like you've never experienced.
Backed by Ziggy Rankin and Order.
This is the release you need.
Get your tickets early. All COVID protocols are in place.
For more info, call 779-5755. Brought to you by Cache and Anton's Gold Rush.
London, get ready! Pretty British, Brother J, and Ali Berry presents Caribbean Soca Madness Part 1. Drink your water and mind my business.
I go drink water and mind my business.
Saturday, April 16th at the Onyx venue, 27A Queensway, Bletchley, Milton Keynes, featuring the big man in the business, IWER George.
Yes, and this is me, IWER George, the big boss in the business. April 16th, Soca Madness Part 1. Yes, I'm going to be in London. I'm coming to shell it.
If I had one wish,
and Skinny Fabulous.
You know what I'm saying, yo, London, April 16th. It's all about the Caribbean Soca Madness Part 1. I will be there.
Blinking bud. I'm the friend I'm thinking bud.
Music by DTTP, Rigo Suave, the Stage God, Selector G, Survival #1, and DJ Wins. Tickets available on Eventbrite UK. Early bird tickets, £25 from March 6th. For more info, call Allison at 447588376951. Trini British 447404-050703. And Brother J 447508862718. Saturday, April 16th. Caribbean Soca Madness Part 1. London, it's your turn.
Tune into the street 919 FM this and every Thursday for the program Conscious Talk. Conscious Talk. Where we are at and where we are going with Steve Antoine as regards the land space for the celebration of Emancipation Day. Every Thursday from 10:25 a.m. to 10:55 a.m. It's Conscious Talk on the street 919 FM.
When your little one has his first friend, they share hugs, games, and germs as well. He needs to be strong. Protect them with Nestle Clem 1 Plus. Clem 1 Plus contains probiotics, vitamins, and minerals that contribute to maintain a healthy digestive and immune system, helping them to achieve 100% protection plus nutrition. Nestle Clem 1 Plus. Your love, their future. Clem 1 Plus is not a breast milk substitute from 1 year onward.
Police, good day. Officer Best Price here. Johnny Q Auto Parts Division? Yes, sir. I'm here to investigate an assault on batteries. Excuse me, sir? Is it true? You have batteries selling for $488? Yes. Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries. So I can buy a battery for $488? Yes, sir. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed and distributed by Massey Automotive. Which part? Right here at Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division, 15 Arrowbita Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore, located at Lowlands Mall off Claude Noel Highway in Tobago. You could call 63 Tools. Alright, thanks, boss. Nah, man. Ronnie, do you have $488 to lend, man?
The deals are at East Side Plaza, located at number 32 Charlotte Street in Port of Spain. It's a sale on everything at all stores. Opening hours are from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Everything from foodstuff, lunches, pottery, African wear, Christmas gift items, tailor services, hair salon services, and so much more. Everything means everything. Head into Port of Spain and check out East Side Plaza at number 32 Charlotte Street. the stage every Friday between 3 to 4 p.m. right here on the street, 919 FM. Radio you can see. Log on to our Facebook and YouTube so you can see live interviews and performances from some of our very own local superstars right here on the street, 919 FM.
The crew alongside IWER George presents Soca Come featuring the boss himself, IWER George. IWER George, the boss man of Soca.
Yo, this is IWER George, the big boss in the business, and I'm going to be in Grand Cinnamon on the 14th of April, Canada, for the 6th.
It's all going down the 14th of April at the Grand Cinnamon Banquet and Convention Center, Toronto, 3895 McNichol Avenue, Toronto, Ontario. 9 p.m. till. Tickets are just $35. Get them now at ticketgateway.com. Hey, so all your link up, Dynamic Crew. It's all about Soca featuring IWER George in concert.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko, Sangre Grande, is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests. Sundays, Tuesdays, and Friday night, Sunday Ministry of Worship, Children Hour, and the Word from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. Tuesday morning from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. and Friday night, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. all night prayer for our nation. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org or on Facebook. Email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated at Church of the Firstborn Assembly, account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on.
This is the Street 919 FM COVID-19 updates. In case you missed it, the latest COVID positive cases in TNT as of March 14th, 2022 stands at new positive cases 218, total active cases 13,953. Total recovered patients, 115,512. Total positive cases for COVID-19 as of March 2020 to present, 133,151. Follow the Ministry of Health COVID-19 protocols. Wear your mask, sanitize, social distance, and avoid gatherings. A message from the Street 919 FM.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. IWER George on Instagram. Share the live. IWER TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
The Titans of Democracy on the Street 919 FM.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
Just find out what my son.
So welcome back. Just a bit of quick information for you. For all your hardware, building materials, auto parts, small tool rentals, pets and pet supplies, gravel and sand now available. Don't forget PowerMaster, Optima, Vata and Megastar batteries starting from $488. And it's all at Johnny Q, number 15 RP's Avenue, Woodbrook. and our new Johnny Q Superstore in Lowlands Mall, Tobago off Claude Noel Highway. Just call 632s. At Value Optical, you see everyday savings at all 14 locations. Whether you're 8 or 80, our experts deliver eye care solutions for all your vision needs. At Value Optical, you also get the fastest delivery for your new specs, so you don't have to wait to see in style. Value Optical, expert care for your eyes. Relax and unwind with a Guinness, the perfect revitalizing drink to cool you down after a long day. Grab one from the freezer, prop up on the couch, and enjoy your me time to the fullest with an ice-cold Guinness. Shop now at New City Mall and check out our premium selection of high-quality clothing and accessories for men and women. Save on all items with competitive prices and courteous service throughout the entire mall. New City Mall is located in the heart of Port of Spain with entrances on 3 Charlotte Street and 41 Independence Square. New City Mall, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. Our opening hours are from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily. Join Pastor Kelvin Harry Narayan and friends for The Way, The Truth, The Life radio program, Radio Ministry, a Church of Life ministry live on the street 919 FM every Sunday from 6:05 p.m. to 7 p.m. For further information, you can contact 686-3845 or 349-5178 or 342-7303. Join Dr. Livette right here on the street 919 FM every Friday afternoon from 5:05 p.m. to 5:35 p.m. for your dose of health and wellness in a program that's sure to change your life. Popular for promoting Livette rather than diet, Dr. Livette has transformed a number of lives nationwide. Tune in and also learn about the U-Juice to build your immunities and promote overall great health. Dr. Livette on the street 919 FM every Friday from 5:05 p.m. to 5:35 p.m. It's time that you live. For more information, you can call 638-9437. And the deals are at Eastside Plaza, located at number 32 Charlotte Street in Port of Spain. It's a sale on everything at all stores at Eastside Plaza. Opening hours are from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Everything from foodstuff, lunches, pottery, African wear, gift items, tailor services, hair salon services, and much more. Everything means everything. Head into Port of Spain and check out Eastside Plaza, number 32 Charlotte Street. And tune into the street 909 FM every Thursday from 10:05 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. for the program Straight and Narrow, The Way of Life, the health store being brought to you by Mrs. Arlene Collins Muhammad. For more information, check us out on Facebook or Instagram at Straight and Narrow, or visit our website at www.opulence.com, Arlene for Life. You can also WhatsApp or call at 309-4697 or 620-9379. And Dynamic Crew alongside IWER George presents Soca Comeback in Canada. Grand Cinnamon Banquet and Convention Center, 3895 McNichol Avenue, Toronto, Ontario, featuring the boss himself, IWER George, the boss of soca, on the 14th of April 2022 from 9 p.m. till. Tickets cost $35 Canadian and are available at gateway.com. For more information, you can call Bad Lad at 647-823-8757, Ali at 416-906-8809, or Doc at 647-891-2970. or contact info@grandcinnamon.com. So a little link up Dynamic Crew. It's all about Soca Comeback, featuring IWER George in concert. The Caribbean King of Comedy, Major Hype, is coming to Napa on Saturday, March 26 for one show only, Major Issues, featuring Major Hype, a comedy show like never before. Start time 8 p.m. sharp. Major Hype is on his way to Trinidad, backed by Ziggy Rankin and Order. Tickets are $350 for limited time only. Get yours now at all cashier outlets, Anton's Gold Rush, Castro's Arima, Larry's, Francis Plaza, Chaguanas, or online at www.islandtickets.com. Get your tickets now. For more information, you can call 779-5 5755. All COVID-19 protocols will be in place, and this is sponsored by Cache and Anton's Gold Rush. Trini British, Brother J, and Ali Berry presents Caribbean Soca Madness Part 1. Drink your water and mind my business. Saturday, April 16th at the Onyx venue, 27A Queensway, Bletchley, Milton Keynes, featuring the big man in the business, IWER George and Skinny Fabulous. Music by DTTP, Double Trouble Twin Production, Rigo Suave, The Stage God, Selector G, Survival No. 1, and DJ Wince. Gates open at 8 p.m. Tickets are available at Eventbrite UK. Early bird tickets, £35 from March 6. For more info, you can call Alison at 447-588-376951, Trini British at 44-7404-050703, and Brother J at 44-7508-862718. Remember, it's Saturday, April 16th, Caribbean Soca Madness Part 1, London. It's your turn. Yes, so Dominic, we continue to take your calls right here, Street 919 FM.
Bruce, you got my video?
Yes, and I think I sent it over. Let me check to make sure that that is exactly what I did. Right. Let's see here. Right. Right, so wait up, open it up.
Yeah. But I just wanted to point out something here, Bruce, that while we complaining about the possible or the looming removal of the subsidy on fuel, which will ultimately result in an increase in the price. I'm just looking at Jamaica here, right?
Mm-hmm.
From since January 13th this year, the price of fuel in Jamaica has been going up. It went up January 6th, January 13th, January 20th, 27th, February 3rd, February 10th, February 17th, February 20th, March 3rd, March 10th. Yeah. So it went from 159 Jamaican later on December 9th to 186. Yeah. You see them rioting in Jamaica? I remember say increase price once, increase price twice. They riot yet, so I might increase it at 3 times. Jamaica has gone up by almost $30 in the space of 3 months. You all haven't had an increase in 3 years more. So are you happy here? Anyway, let's play my video from a place. I'm going to drink my water and mind my business.
Will do, sir. Will do. Right.
This is an example of, in the People's Partnership was called the box train government, right? I know the issues we start with the box trains, it start one place and end next place. Where it start, where the water, which end is start and which end is stop.
No grade.
No grade, and it's bush at both ends. What do you think? Well, it seems that this is a box train in Kamla's constituency, right? And the council is also UNC. And we see that the quality of box drains has not improved. All right. So it seems the contractor is UNC too. Let's play my video, please.
Right. So this is the drain that was built by this contractor here. I'm going to post his name, Regional Corporation Siparia. This drain was built in St. John Trace Avocat and it was completed today. If you all can see, the water is not running because it have no grade in this drain. Watch here. This was built here. This is Lampole 70 and Lampole 69. The bill, a swimming pool, a catchment drain you could call this, because this drain water here and going nowhere. This is the third entrance here, which is my entrance. Here, water isn't going nowhere. I don't know who's the engineer decided to put a drain water to go uphill without any grade. Here, water is stagnant, water not running, going anywhere. And the job was completed today. The contractor packed his tools and he finished and he going. So watch here now. Here, this water had to raise 1 foot before it meet that drain here to run off to go down the road.
Pipeline and seeing how they left us to die is worse than being in the pipeline. Paria actually condemned my comrades to death. They have the power to do this?
Yeah, Bruce. So the water had to raise 1 foot to continue.
I watched it going along there, and I tell myself, I say, well, at some point, you know, it might see where we're running off. Did you drink a highest? What the hell is this? What the hell I see? So where the water supposed to go? According to the man, they build a catchment, they build no drain. But I rail back. Watch me, that is rail backward thing there. How you we now, boy? Because one
he was probably going in the wrong direction.
Watch me. That is when you get a plan, and you have a plan like this, and then somebody come and take the plan from you and do this. I don't know, boy. How so? Wait. So how that water running up down like?
Well, as you can see, it's not. Apparently, when they put out when they did the procurement for that, one of the requirements of the contract, they had to be at the waterfront, right? And you must not be able to read plans. Beside that, that was the quality of box drains we used to get 2010 to 2015, and they were proud to be called the box drain government, right? I wonder if now they had to spend money for our next contractor to come and fix that.
Yeah, because obviously that 1 foot height there, somebody had to come and start to dig from there now to carry it to where it had to go. Because clearly, unless there plenty rainfall or something, that ain't going nowhere.
Bruce, I can't understand how you as a contractor, how? Right?
Now, boy.
That they take that money, Bruce, and get some picture and something, and just deal with the potholes in the constituency. That ain't making no sense. Some contractor getting money and he gone, and the water goes nowhere. And so then now they had to spend money to pay the mosquitoes going and deal with that. Yeah. So now we had to spend money for mosquito eradication as a result of the box drain that they don't spend a ton of money for. That's the quality of expenditure that we can expect from a UNC government, right? Yes. Yeah.
So therefore, that job was done without anybody, any, how should I say, project manager coming to check to see what go on. Clearly.
Thank you. Which should have been a requirement before you make final payment to whoever is this contractor.
Well, let we hope that they didn't get paid yet.
Apparently, you don't have any engineers in the Superior Regional Corporation. Or whichever regional corporation that is. Yeah. Well, the man said the contractor done, the work done because the man pack up the tools and he gone.
Yeah, and you see, put down the stones and everything nice and neat on the side. So I guess that is a day. Work done.
Thank you. I wonder who eat our food off of that.
That wouldn't happen to be the stones that were supposed to be in the drain with some cement and thing to make up the height. I wonder.
You know, afterwards, like, we still have all that material?
Yeah, you know. Cost, not cost overrun, material overrun.
Yeah. Boss, what to do with that?
Watch man. You said something better than work. And when you come, you see that whole set of material they still and mental it ain't done. You say, oh, it done? Maybe not it done. So where that material come out from? We didn't estimate to use all of this?
Yeah. That was, we didn't need all of that, though. Afterwards, we realized that was too much.
Dan, I telling you, them watch at that. Plan upside down, back to front, left to right. Because you can't tell me that you have a drain running out. One side done block off. One side block off, you know. And on the next side, it have an increase of a foot. Nah, man. That man say Matson at all. According to the man, they better swimming pool.
Yeah. So we studying that maths. We can work with that maths.
Hey, now boy.
Let me extend with the greetings to one of our loyal listeners, Miss Diane Charles. Good morning to you, ma'am. I hope that you have a very productive day and a birthday that was well spent from all of us here at the Street 919 FM. So yeah, you can open back the lines there, Bruce.
Well, let me take this quick time out to say, before I go back to the lines, happy birthday to Sexy Flex. Enjoy your day, my dear. I know you're going to have a lot of fun today. Happy birthday to you. May you live to see many, many more. Father.
Actually, you wanna try and call in and explain that drain first?
Boy.
You need to have a special skill to explain that drain. You must be at the waterfront El Crow, so we wouldn't try.
I don't know, boy. That I think that's the best I see so far, you know. Yeah, I think that's the best I see so far. You feel like I could have my contract going on and you give me that piece of work and way, but you're mad, or you better come and fix that.
Mm-hmm.
Fix that. My money don't spend, or you better fix that. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce and Dominic, Sharon, everybody. Morning.
Morning, mother. Morning.
Right. I don't know if you could explain to me. A man who can't remember his name, but I remember he write an exam and papers and answers and everything they give him in a separate room with everybody. I hear he say they're not going to support a bill that government wants to bring with something with the CARICOM members, citizens from the CARICOM country to come into the country. And they refer to it as if what the government wants to do is to bring in people for voter padding. And I want to know why it is they have to say that. And then something occurred to me. I remember there was a time some people came from a country with some exposition or something. If that is what they did, why they jump and say that it would be voter padding? So if they know about it, I don't know if they were in Jack Warner's place and all of that. So, but they were coming frequently at some time. I don't know if they're still here, if they came in within that time to vote, why he's saying they are not going to support it because it's for voter padding. I can't understand if we have people going to America all about working and all about in the Caribbean here, and why they must jump on that part of it. That means they know something about voter padding, how they did it. So I'm just wondering, okay, although he had the answers, I don't know if he passed the exam. Okay then, bye.
Gosh. Caller, good morning.
Hi, morning Bruce, morning Dominic, morning to listener. It's amazing how Gary Griffith always, he's a go-to person sometimes for some of the other stations, and then sometimes when you can see what's going on in office with a leader. Definitely there's a need to trigger his dismissal because of his behavior. One of the things I always pride myself with is, no matter how trained you are, how qualified you are, the bottom line in most agencies, especially private enterprise, the main thing is your behavior. And Gary Griffith, and these guys are so disingenuous. Huh? You listen, Bruce, when you all get a chance, play the Prime Minister's speech on the election of Gary Griffith as Commissioner of Police. You know the Prime Minister speak and he rocks sometime. All in that big, you know, the enthusiasm that you need this man because you feel he possesses all the what you need to lead in this position. And then you give him it. And then you know what? He starts yes. Everybody, Gary Griffith, until Gary Griffith started to misbehave and disrespect Ralph Brown, former commissioners, prime ministers. Everybody can't tell him that, listen, Gary, watch yourself. So he's a runaway horse, but leave him there because of what? Because of what? And now you're running all over the place, just like Kamal Prasad Day, taking joy in crime to make himself viable. That's why I tell you, Trinidad is not a nice place. The people, they're not nice. And Philip Alexander, who called him and told him, hey, Gary, I thought I could do a placard thing. And they tell him, go ahead. And I keep saying, Mr. Griffith, say something on the whole question of demonstration during the pandemic. Yes, on the radio, everybody wouldn't say anything. But now, you team up with a wannabe Syrian who, disrespectful, that's your bunch. And you go down form party. Something wrong with them, you know. Something wrong with them. Bruce and Dominic have always said that in Trinidad, one of the major things that to get people, you know, under scrutiny with respect to what they do, it lies in the parliament and procurement and everything else. People have no consequence for their action. I was telling Meru, who overwhelmed Kamala Prasad, I don't know why. He thinks she was the best leader when she fired about 18 people. And I had to tell him, I say, it's not how much you fire. The pride and drive in what you do as a leader is who you hire, not who you fire. Bruce, if you find 18 people, something wrong with the hiring practice. And they're done in Murray Trace and all them places, filling box stream, but have no area for the water to catch. And when they get flooded out, Mary said, at least we get flooded with clean water. You see that crazy? And that's the kind of things we have in Trinidad and Tobago. So, you see me? I would stay with the sane leaders in this country. You see those who out there and just gullible for leadership and for position, they have nothing to do with the people. And people, I heard a lady yesterday on my shop program talking all kind of things. I want to let you know the leadership you're getting from Kamala Prasad and Day will not be good for the development. I just want to warn all here because Tobago did it. And Tobago is a group of people I respect. Now, they put a man in Dubai and don't know even the look. Have a good day. Relax.
Oh, gosh. Right. Caller, good morning.
Pleasant good morning to you, Bruce.
Hey, morning. How you doing?
Not too bad at all. Good morning, Dominic. Good morning, listeners and callers to 91.9. Morning, Miss Felix. Hope all is well. Dominic, I'm very sorry and saddened to hear. I hope your sister gets better. You know, it's sad sometimes. While I understand some of the plights of nurses and so on, but sometimes some of them they really disappoint the rest of all of the others. You know, so I hope things will change for the better. You know, and it's frustrating sometimes when you go there and you observe certain very simple things and sometimes there's nothing you can really do about it because that is not your area of effectiveness and they are just there, you know, you wish you could just get a whip and just say, hey, get busy, help these people. But there will be those who will help and there will be those, well, I guess we just have to perhaps maybe rehabilitate them somewhere along the line. Well, Gary Griffith is making his rounds. Everybody is talking about it, you know, since this Dr. Rowley made his statement. So Gary Griffith is better than Dr. Rowley. He's more popular. He'll teach Dr. Rowley how to run a country. You know, some of the things that are being said and, you know, it's so laughable sometimes when you hear these things, you know, when you hear people speaking. And we have, according to your last caller, we have to be careful who we elect to run Trinidad and Tobago. As it is, we saw what happened when we changed the government. you know, and look at the type of people that we have there who have a lot of questions to answer, a lot of baggage that they are carrying, and threatening the DPP. And telling the DPP, if you don't respond, if you don't act, that we will have to look at you differently, that you will be compromised. I mean, what is that a threat to the DPP? You know, I mean, where we going with this? Is this how we speak to people? And then you have an individual going and holding up $100 bill halfway across the world as if that worth anything more than the maybe an ordinary piece of paper in his pocket. You know, and I mean, disrespecting people in the land and showing up Trinidad and Tobago. And I was asking myself, I asked a colleague of mine, a former colleague of mine, suppose there was no actual war going on and the major news people were in Dubai, and they would have asked perhaps our minister who was there of industry, is it true that this gentleman has a rape case to answer in your courts in the Caribbean? What was she going to say? We have to be very careful who we send abroad. I could remember the PNM had a senator who got a DUI in America, in a foreign land, and the UNC were quarreling about it. If you could recall, his name was Henry. I can't remember his name. He was I think he worked at UE. And they made harbor with that, because why would the PNM have a senator who has a case, who got a case in a foreign country, and that he should not be in the parliament and so on and that sort of thing. But then nobody is saying nothing about this individual who is before the court. Nobody is saying anything. And then you're going and making statements like 300 miles and we have the best type of animals, the different kind of meat, a different kind. What is all that? You know, I really, really don't know. And we don't even know. And then you have Phase B Israel saying she apologizes that they didn't let people know before that he was going on this particular trip. Don't they have a Secretary of Tourism to go on these trips? Don't they? I mean, where was that person? Is it that the head of the leader of the party says, listen, I want to go so-and-so place, and foolish fowl, you say, yes, boss, no problem, you go ahead, man, and I want X amount of dollars. No problem, you go ahead, you represent. Is that how they run in Tobago affairs? Really? Come to Tobago? We in a sorry state, people, and the sooner or later, I hope the people wake up, smell the coffee, and don't just drink it, but smell it before they drink it, and understand and recognize that if in just 3 months, this is what we have to offer the world, well, then we're in a lot of trouble over the next 4 years. Have a good day, gentlemen. Thank you.
Thank you. And let me just say, guys, take a hike up to Mount Millions. The Lotto Plus jackpot has rolled to an estimated $2.7 million. Venture across new terrain in your brand new 4x4. Watch the sunset from your fancy hillside villa, or even start your own business. Follow the trail to happiness with a breathtaking payout of $2.7 million. One person won $50,000 in the last draw. Match 5 numbers and you can too. Explore a paradise of riches. Get your tickets for Wednesday's $2.7 million Lotto Plus jackpot draw. And remember, winners always play Lotto Plus. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, Dominic, what's up, bro?
Morning, sir. I'm good.
Yeah, man. Good day you and and good morning to the listeners also. Dominic here to say, bro, I just want to skip the normal narratives and I want to get straight to the point. So I do hope that they make an announcement that is the PNM convention that you will be running for Prime Minister on the next convention, right? Of course, that's still, right? Let me cause a little still here. Also, to Dominic, I insist that you go mainstream. I would like to know if you would at least start with a public meeting, lay out some of the chronology in terms of what the media is missing, or what they continue to miss, what they deliberately bypass and, have a little public meeting. It could be an hour and a half with a press conference. It could be before, it could be after, on a weekly basis to rise up against the status quo in terms of the delivery of the knowledge of the illiterati and how it's prevailing in the society. We need a voice like yours to counteract everything that is taking place. The Fajr Mohammed, really not the videos to be in public a little more. And if you do at least one public show, they'll run to you, if you understand. That's what they do. You understand? They have in their public meetings and then the media run into them. So, you know. And like I say, when you eventually get on television, right, do not water down how you narrate. I'm telling you, use all the words that you just use now. Because we need to rise up against the... We can do what we want to know, Dominic, because there's a certain amount of people listening to this program. But when you really check it out, where they have the influence, we have to push up ourselves in it also, now, if you understand. So we will tune into you and listen to you. And we just listen, but we need people to hear you a little more slowly, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So I do hope that you call a public meeting, could be a little hour and a half, you'll get the support. Have your press conference and start to let out the truth. And what you just speak is the truth. Now, they just say is PNM fanaticism and PNM this and is a PNM that. And no, but what you're speaking is what affects the country. And if, when the chips fall, it falls towards a particular side, to hell with them. But we need to confront the dotishness of the enabler status quo. You need to do it, Dominic, and I want to say, use the person that could actually elevate this country in terms of bringing the truth and knowledge. And don't forget, make an announcement at the convention that you hope to throw your hat in the ring, stay close to Dr. Rowley, choke up on them, stick up on them, and let me cause some kind of spirit in this country. Thank you, Dominic.
Yeah, man. Oh, gosh. Dominic, I just say Dominic won, the rest nil. Oh, good. Caller, good morning.
A blessed morning to you, the boss, Wayne.
Morning.
Morning, sir.
Nick, all loyal listeners and callers who all on the live. Well, I see yesterday papers regarding a freedom fighter who gave us a shame, a man who say he lives in Trinidad and Tobago to go and fight in Ukraine. But people leave here and go and fight for ISIL against Syria, and they come back. I wonder if it's one rule for the rich and another for us, because I want to know if he reach Ukraine, if he coming back here just like that, if he was staying, these are pointing out between everything we're going on. This one, when Mr. Gary Griffith, the director of public prosecution, all of them know that, all the big lawyers and everything know that. He has to get evidence from the police. He never investigates no matter. Thank you very much, Dominican.
Thank you. But
Bruce, I just wish he had taken some of his colleagues with him. I wish he would. Please, Mr. Stone, please. You could take Naked, you could take the Doglaya. Gary, come along with you too now. She ain't traveling a while. Please. Yeah.
Oh, gosh. I don't understand. They leave to go and fight war.
Yeah.
You're living in peace, but you go and seek out war.
Yeah. Just in case if anything happened to him over there, don't use my taxpayers' money to repatriate nobody, eh? Right?
You understand?
Right. Okay.
You live in peace to go on. Ah, boy. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Bruce. Good morning. Good morning, Damien. Oh, Lord, I've always called you Dominic. You see that caller before? Oh, God, Dominic, I agree with that man 110, 2,000%. Listen to him and do what he said, eh? Do what he said. Oh, God, I love him too bad, boy. Good comment. Dominic, do what the man say, eh? Okay? Have a nice day.
You too,
Bye-bye.
baby. Take care.
You too.
Dominic 2, the rest nil. Caller, good morning.
Good morning again, Dominic and Bruce. You know, forget what I was going to say the first time there when I deal with Dominic and his sister issues. Dominic, make sure and take my advice, bro?
Yes, sir.
Take your sister interest. Look, Dominic and Bruce, it's simple, you know. Dominic have been asking my boy from Barataria, Martin, Rowley Julia, all the brothers, everybody. I hear Jenny this morning. It's simple, you know. All the government ministers just listen to the program. Dominic have been asking for more time. There's a program director, there's an owner of the station. If they want Dominic to get more time to put the facts on the table, not to say what them want him to say, but to put the government facts on the table and the issues of the country on the table, they know in the PNM who to contact to get Dominic for that to happen. And this is the problem with the PNM. We have to stop talking and stop studying ourselves and see what interest could be done to further the progress of the party and put the information out there. And if Dominic has a talent, right, and you see that, you don't stifle it. Dominic need more hours on the radio, and there are many slots on Brother Iowa George station that Dominic could fill with more time. So the PNM executive them could deal with that. And let me deal with Gary. Gary have gone back home. You see, I in politics long time. Gary have gone back home. And it's simple. As the mother will say, may God rest his soul, once a UNC, always a UNC. My mother used to always say that, Bruce and Dominic. Right? Gary going back home. Right? Gary say that Stuart Young wanted to be like him. Stuart Young, the jealous. Stuart Young wanted to be like he, and Stuart Young is jealous him as well too. So you see, you know, the lesson in this life to learn is that Dr. Rowley gave you a chance. Everybody was behind the man. And all created enemies for the man, everybody. And he gone back home. And you see, you had to watch at patterns. When it wasn't Basdio Pandey, seen about Mr. Pandey, home up in his private residence. Right? You define orders from your seniors. Right? And insubordination step in. Gotta leave. When it was in Mr. Bissessa cabinet, under controversy again, another leader. It come and happen to another Dr. Rowley. So then a woman is asked for pardon. Who really the problem is, Bruce? Who really the problem is? So I'm not surprised. And as I say, here where we go from here. Dr. Rowley had a holy ground. Gary will burn himself out eventually by talking himself out eventually, and the show will go on. He was given a chance, and nobody can talk to you, nobody can tell you anything. You always have to be the one, you always have to be right, you know everything. And at the end of the day, that is now you run a country and you're in charge of anything. So, I ain't surprised. And that's how the cookie crumble. And I'll say, Dominic again, Bruce and Dominic, if the PLM wants Dominic to have more time on the radio, the PLM hierarchy know what they have to do. Bruce and Dominic, thanks.
Yeah, man. Caller, good morning.
Uncle Bruce, morning.
Mount St. George, are you there? Cool, how are you going?
I'm good. Good.
Nice.
Uncle Dominic, morning. It's one person beyond Mr. Rakit. You want this kind of time the president of our country, Japan. And you didn't ask the people to investigate you. So what you said is that ask for investigation, but you want the people to investigate it, which could be aligned by the former commissioner of police against Dr. Rowley. Mr. Lakit, let me tell you a little. People in Chile are giving already people are ready. There are lots of us who are very intelligent, and we know what definitely intelligent ones never come forward and talk. That is why Mr. Watson, you could have gone and say that is 300 square miles to be retrained. And when it's 150 square miles, and people sit down and allow that and call him to face two prisoners and one call him to say, leave like Suzuka alone. But to take a dirty man to go in Dubai to talk rubbish, and he showed and want to behave by a killing by that there too. Come on, people.
People, children, the people, young, wake up, who would have waited to go wake up, Some people say, let me leave it there, as Mr. Leave it there. I want Mr. Wall Street to talk about the transformation in there, who don't even know the size of his country, and go in a foreign country to show from the benefit and say the animal organic and what kind of foolishness. And that's transformation for Tobago. Yeah.
Caller, good morning.
Hi, morning, Dominic. Morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Morning, Jen.
I just want to send no condolences to the family of Professor Ryan, Shelvin Ryan. We would have lost a black intellectual. And we hope that he rests in peace. In fact, we want him to rest in peace and rise in glory. That box print thing always showed you, like the contractor and Juke and them is friendly, like that the blueprint he get from Juke. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact that this country, the THA, Farley, the chief, let me put it right, chief secretary of the THA, Mr. Farley Chavez Augustine, that the only person that they could have sent to Dubai is Watson Solomon Juke. When you look at the laws of Dubai and the culture and all that, that alone should show that they don't have a clue. Two, a man who is before the court on rape charges. We now celebrated the International Women's Day. And I am really, really confused. The messages are being sent. I don't know if the Honorable Senator Paula Gopi's school had any idea, or if the whole tourism contingent that went, that knew that they're traveling with a man, or a man is given a presentation on behalf of Tobago, that is before the court and is on bail, $250,000 bail, and it's for rape and sexual assault. It's very disheartening. What messages are we sending to women, especially women who may have been themselves victims of rape, survivors of rape? What message are you sending? Are we glorifying him? Yes, he has to clear his name in court, but the point is, he has been charged with, and you're sending that person there to represent, and not only that, he was such a consummate dunce in his presentation, not understanding how big Tobago is. He went out there to represent only Roxborough. I don't know Roxborough was the whole of Tobago. I didn't even know Roxborough was a city. He spoke to the people as if it's somebody on the road, or if this is just some election campaign or something. So I think they need to revisit that. I think we are owed, the population of Trinidad and Tobago is owed an apology. If it's not from the tourism, the Ministry of Trade and Industry, from Farley himself and the THA needs to apologize for what they did to our country by sending a man who is before the court on rape. I just want to put that there because it's very important. People might say that I'm only reiterating this point and only it's like a small thing. It is not small thing. No developed society is going to send a man who is before the courts for rape to represent that country and present. He stood up there with the flag of Trinidad and Tobago. When his name come up on the prompter, below it had Trinidad and Tobago, so he was representing Trinidad and Tobago. This does not augur well. What if I invest or somebody do some background check on him now? What is going to happen? So we need to be careful about this, and this is not a small point, and I'll keep saying it over and over again. You all thank you and have a blessed day, sir.
Thank you. And with that, Dominic, the countdown has begun. We have just over a minute again. So
where does the time go? Well, I was watching on Facebook where the Member of Parliament for Lupino Bonner West, there's the installation of a 500,000 gallon water storage tank taking place in his constituency, and it is poised to benefit several communities within his constituency. So kudos to Mr. Marvin Gonzalez, Minister of Public Utilities, for the human service he's doing to improve the water supply of his constituents without having to stress on WASA. So there are things that can be done without focus being placed on WASA. And I also see the Member of Parliament for Aruka Maloney is continuing the paving works and the patching works in her constituency as well. So kudos to Minister Robinson Regis for the great work that you are doing there. So hopefully some of the other MPs will step up to the plate and do likewise soon.
Well, let me say congratulations to Dr. Rowley and our councillor, Mr. Keela Glasgow, for the pitching works being done in Carenage as well. Yes. And all the little road works that are happening. So, guys, it was a pleasure being in your company. It was a pleasure having you in ours. And talk to you guys tomorrow. Please God, Dominic will be back on Thursday. So, guys, keep it locked to the Street 919 FM. Up next, Google comes in and takes us through the day, the rest of our programming. So, as we say, Dominic,
ciao.
See you guys.
Without fail, copy Gigi their email. Soon all of them was under the gun. The president get touch and he rush. Who intervene when she tell them hush?
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Tune in to the Street 919 FM every Thursday from 10:05 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. for the program Straight and Narrow, The Way of Life, The Health Store, being brought to you by Mrs. Arlene Collins Mohammed. For more information, check us out on Facebook or Instagram at Straight and Narrow, or visit our website at www.opulence.com/Arlene for Life. You can also call or WhatsApp at 309-4697 or 620-9379. Shop at New City Mall and check out our premium selection of high-quality clothing and accessories for men and women. Save on all items with competitive prices and courteous service throughout the entire mall. New City Mall is located in the heart of Port of Spain, with entrances at 3 Charlotte Street and